Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and we are back with more Titans reactions, this time catching up on the kind of triple bill release that HBO Max did with Titans, finally on to episode 3 of season 3. So yeah, we've had a great 2 episodes so far, a great 2 episodes, a great introduction, and episode 2 brought us the Red Hood. It brought us the Red Hood. Jason was finally resurrected as the Red Hood, and no Jason reveal until the end, but the Jason reveal was done so smoothly and so well and just so in such a cool way. I just couldn't get over it, and that was the ending. So they definitely kind of crafted a pretty good, pretty immaculate kind of ending with that kind of face reveal. So that was cool. But we had the entire episode being Red Hood going around Gotham and actually operating these criminals kind of under his wing. Like it started off with him actually taking some kind of Gotham gangs, like some minor Gotham gangs under his wing and offering them kind of protection from the police and being like, oh, you guys do your thing, I'll sort the police out and stuff like that. And he was happy to kill anyone who opposed him too. He, went straight for headshots and everything. So that was cool. But we had Red Hood. We had Hank and Dawn returning. Dawn returned of her own accord. Dawn returned of her own accord, but before that, she and Hank had both returned to Washington, where their kind of roots were. And Hank was I think he was like a chase, and I think I forgot to go back and check. I still can't remember what he actually called himself, but he was a police officer on a bike with some shorts and everything. He was I think he said like a pursuit and charge, or like a pursuit and like assault kind of officer or something. He chases down petty criminals on a bike and stuff. So he's just that kind of thing. And he had a partner called Todd with 1D. I think it was Todd with a D. Todd with 1D. Yeah. So he had a partner who's like an older guy, Todd with 1D, and then Dawn was still Dove. Dawn still kind of helped out when she could, and she was still dressed up as Dove in broad daylight and still doing her thing. So yeah, I mean, she had no problem. She loved being Dove. She loved doing the kind of crime fighting as Dove, so she had no problem stepping in and out of the costume. So there was that. But then when Dick summoned them both to Gotham, Dawn was the first one to arrive there with Corey and Connor and Gar. So she was already there, back in cool, ready to help the Titans and to be a Titan. And then Hank showed up soon afterwards. So yeah, and then I think they kind of did have like a kind of brief conversation in the manor, and they actually did kind of talk about what they wanted and how they felt and stuff. And then Hank said it's complicated. Him dressing up again and suiting up is complicated, but then they're in Gotham now, so the best thing for them to do and the most kind of logical thing for them to do is to actually become Hawk and Dove again and to be that crime fighting duo that the Titans need right now. So he was willing to step back in. He was willing to be a part of the team again, which was really cool to see. So Hawk and Dove have returned to the team. Just cool, and now like the media, the Gotham media were more than happy to publicize the Titans kind of moving over to Gotham after Batman had left, and then after Robin had died, and then Batman left. So now the Titans are pretty much known to be the only Guardians of Gotham. So I think it kind of puts somewhat of a target on their back, knowing that Robin is dead, and then Batman, arguably the more powerful one out of all of them, has up and left Gotham City, or at least he's retired, and now the Titans are all that's left, like one team. But I guess this show is meant to give them some strength and give them some spotlight. So hopefully this season actually does continue to give them some more of that screen time and some of that juicy kind of development. So hopefully, but it's been going great so far, so no complaints from me as of yet. But we had them returning and a nice warm welcome to Gotham, and we finally were introduced to the villain, well, at least one of the kind of the more obvious kind of villain coming into this series and into the show, which was Dr. Jonathan Crane, aka Scarecrow, the creator of the fear toxin, and stuff. So yeah, and I think I actually read a theory. So someone actually posted a theory that said maybe, just maybe, that Jason actually took some of Scarecrow's fear toxin and maybe reverse engineered it, so that way instead of actually holding him back from so maybe he actually takes away his fear instead and actually pushes it forward, because I think he took it right before he went to go meet Jokers, and he clearly took it as some kind of extra kind of mental boost or extra kind of it was literally like the nudge he needed. So maybe he actually reverse engineered scarecrow kind of fear toxin kind of formula or something, and then he actually used it to push him forward instead of actually letting it, because then he actually kind of used it to take away the fear, the kind of traumatic visions he had of constantly kind of falling and like what he faced at Deathstroke's hand. So that kind of makes sense too. And I think with this one, I think I am curious as to whether there'll be any kind of other prior connections between Red Hood or Scarecrow. Because I mean, Barbara did kind of bring in Scarecrow by informing Dick that she'd been using the GCPD had been using Scarecrow as a consultant for these kinds of cases under Bruce's kind of recommendation. So I think it wouldn't be the big surprise if Jason especially actually knew, because I mean Jason is he's Robin, so he likely would know most, if not absolutely all of Batman's enemies and stuff. So then he would know Scarecrow and his stuff. So then I think he was also studying chemistry too. So maybe he actually did kind of find a sample, or he actually kind of stole a sample from somewhere, and then he actually managed to reverse engineer it and use chemistry to do stuff. And actually, so then I think so far I think what the last episode did that I really enjoyed it was especially Scarecrow pointing out all these different chess strategies and all these different kind of calculated moves that Red Hood was showing. So I think I'm loving the fact that they're like even before we see like the combat from Red Hood and the actual kind of physical lethality from him, we see that just how like Jason himself now resurrected as Red Hood, he's not holding back. He's so much more colder and calculated, and he's actually now he's actually thinking about what he's doing. Like once he becomes Red Hood, that's when he becomes a force to be reckoned with, and that's when he becomes like an actual kind of like an actual opponent you have to think about defeating. Before he was just kind of like pretty reckless as Robin, and he was it nearly got him killed. But now I think now it's like the most ironic way to actually learn from that lesson too. You almost get killed, so then you become someone else entirely. You become something else entirely, and then you start using that to terrorize Gotham. So yeah. But I think that was a very interesting theory I read about him kind of reverse engineering Scarecrow's fear toxin, so that was cool. And yeah, so and I've also I think one other Easter egg I never actually picked up on that someone I saw someone kind of posting about online, and luckily I see these all after I actually watched the episode, so that is very convenient. Well, not convenient. I work to avoid my spoilers. So yeah, one thing actually someone actually pointed out was that their names. That like back in episode 1, Dick kind of stumbled upon some pictures and some names that Bruce was looking at for potential new recruits to be the next Robin, and I think I'm pretty sure like they said that those were at least one of them, if not all of them. I think most likely all of them, but one of them was actually Carrie Kelly from the beginning. They were all actually actual canon like Robin kind of like holders, actually actual kids who held the Robin mantle at some point in the comics. So I don't know how because we already know that Tim Drake is in here, so I don't know if that's actually setting them up for future seasons. Maybe if that's actually setting like Carrie up to be a Robin in the future season, or for her to, or maybe it's just like a nod in their directions, like these characters exist in this universe, so possibilities there. But then just for now, just be aware that these characters are actually existing and present and alive and everything. But right now we got to meet some Tim Drake. So yeah. But yeah, that was the other Easter egg that just popped into my head. If I didn't mention it now, I'd probably forget it again later on. But yeah, we have Scarecrow too. So he's been kind of helping them, and he kind of informed Dick about the kind of chess strategies that Red Hood uses and how he kind of controls and orders and manipulates and everything. So that is fun. So yeah, and then the episode pretty much ended with the team tracking on to a doctored kind of buggy 911 call that Red Hood had called in to lure some people into his trap. So then the Titans answered that call, and then we had our very first Nightwing v Red Hood fight, which was really cool. It was really cool. I think that whole kind of scene is again like it ran in such like a Winter Soldier versus Cap kind of vibe and kind of format, so that was really cool. And even like the whole face thing, like the mask, in Red Hood's case, like just like a chunk of the mask falling off and revealing it just enough to hear and see Jason in front of the mask. So that was like a big shocker to Dick as well. So that was that. But yeah, I am very curious to know how we go forward, and especially now that Dick likely just has to tell the team. Yes, I really kind of hope that because like season 2 already covered enough, like just how bad keeping sequences for this team. So I'm hoping that now he actually does openly come out with the fact that, okay, guys, hey, not only is Jason alive, he's actually He's actually like the new Red Hood that we've actually been trying to fight. So I think that may well also because he had to kind of step down after the bank robbery failure in the last episode. He's probably gonna have to sort something out with Barbara too. Like, okay, this is Jason. I saw his face. He's Jason. I have to be the one to stop him. I have to be the one to bring him in. So this is gonna be the hardest case we've ever fought. So yeah, there was that. So yeah, Scarecrow, Red Hood, all these people coming in. And oh yeah, there was actually something else I wanted to mention. So I think I theorized, especially in the first episode, but maybe also in the second episode, I theorized that in the first episode, especially like we were like after Jason died, there was like a whole new kind of headline about 7 or 8 bodies popping up in Gotham with their heads wrapped in cellophane and they were killed and everything. So I just like instinctively and almost reflexively as a reflex, I kind of theorized that, oh, maybe that's Red Hood just popping up and already killing people. But now, looking back at that now, I'm wondering, like, this might be a bit of a jump. So I'm almost afraid to say this. I'm almost afraid to actually to let this theory loose in case it is like a jump or a reach or something. But I'm just gonna throw it out there anyway. I think the way that those the bodies are left behind, the way that the entire face is covered up and not in I know this person usually works with bandages and not cellophane, but still I can't help but think, could it be Elliot Hush? Could it because they are in Gotham now. They are back in Gotham. Batman, the whole Gotham is not only the hub of criminality and stuff like that, but it's also the hub of pretty much all of Batman's kind of main villains. So, and one of whom is actually Elliot Hush. Tommy Elliot. Tommy Elliot also. Wait, is it Tommy Elliot or is it Elliot Hush? No, I think it's Tommy Elliot, right? Pretty sure it's Tommy Elliot. I think it's Tommy Elliot. Yeah, Tommy Elliot, and then his villain name is Hush. Yeah, so Hush. Because I think looking back at that now, yesterday I was actually editing my reaction for episode 1 to put up, and then I actually went back through that, and I think that like the way the bodies are left behind too looks really familiar. Like it's not just like wrapped in cellophane, but like the head especially is wrapped in cellophane, and the rest of the body is pretty much left to its original conditions. And it's like that really, I mean, besides from the fact that the tapes in this case should be bandages, but that really reminds me of Elliot Hush. And Elliot and I need to look that up. I need to actually make sure his name is if his name is Elliot Hush or Tommy Elliot. But I think I'm pretty sure it's Tommy Elliot and then Hush. But either way, Hush. I'm pretty sure that that's the way Hush works too. Like he steals because he works with masks and faces and everything. So I think he steals like bits and pieces of the face or like larger parts of the face, and then he leaves the entire head like wrapped up in bandages, and then he leaves the body to be found and everything. So I am very curious as if they're maybe either bringing in Hush now, or if they're setting him up to be someone later on. Maybe if they're setting him up for season 4, maybe if Hush, because I think if the Gotham stuff goes well in season 3, like if it goes well enough in season 3, then maybe they might want to keep the team or keep the show in Gotham and stuff. So I mean, I've heard some people complaining that that would just make it even more of like a Batman-centric show than it already is, and it needs to be a Titan-centric episode, and Titan's Tower is in San Francisco, so then they should be in San Francisco. But I don't know. It's just like looking back, it just kind of struck me like, oh, that actually really reminds me of Hush's kind of MO and his kind of way of working and his kind of existence and everything. So that's peculiar. So the 2 characters they confirmed for this were Barbara Gordon, and the 3 they confirmed were Barbara Gordon, Red Hood, and Scarecrow. But I don't know if I should be. I don't know if we should be expecting like a secret 4th villain, or again I think maybe because he's not going to be as prominent, maybe Hush isn't confirmed for this, but they're just kind of laying the groundwork now to introduce him at some other point. Maybe actually tease him in the finale properly. And then, season 4 comes Hush and everything. So I don't know. But either way, that just kind of came into my head. So that's that. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And then we had more of Corey and her visions. Corey actually but then we actually got the outside perspective this time with Connor and Gar. They actually saw her walking through Wayne Manor, just kind of rambling in Tamaranian in her mother tongue, and then she tried to set them on fire and everything. So we finally find out what it's like on the outside when she's in her own little vision state. So she contacted her friend Justin about that, and then he offered her whatever kind of human help he could kind of muster up. So it's all good. It's all going as well as it could be. So yeah, that's pretty much all I picked up from episode 2. So on to episode number 3 now, on to episode 3 of Titans, on to the reaction. And Jesus, as you guys will know, this one is just a fair use version, so it'll just be the highlights and the best bits of the episode. But if you guys want to catch any reactions that don't make it into this, then those ones will be in the full-length version, where you can watch the entire episode along with me in the full-length reaction, which will be on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So on to Titans, Season 3, Episode 3. Let's go. Alfred Pennyworth. Oh, he needs to find out what's in the grave. Jason Todd. He needs to find out what's in that damn grave. If Jason is up and walking as Red Hood, then what the hell did Bruce bury? Nothing. It's an empty coffin. So did he actually climb out then? Did this son of a bitch actually climb out? He can't have climbed out. There's no way. No, they just gave him an empty coffin. They just gave him an empty coffin to bury. God damn it. Because I think even what they did with Oliver was actually giving him a coffin of mementos to bury.
He never would have killed the Joker if Jason was alive.
Then Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. He's in Kadim.
Ah, Kadim. Ra's al Ghul. Names, okay.
Everyone's just trying to figure out what the hell happened, Hank.
He's right. We figure out the how and why later. Jason's out there and we need to stop him.
Yo, you guys do what you want, but if it ends up him versus me, kid's going down.
Oh, well, good luck, Hank. Good
so
luck.
now we're killing Jason.
Good luck.
Because Jason's his brother.
Yes.
Well, he's not mine. Give me 10 seconds alone with that kid. I'll make him wish he stayed dead.
Okay, Hank is talking some... Hank is talking like this so much I'm actually afraid he's actually going to try and go up against Jason, and Jason's just going to whoop his ass.
I know I fucked up.
Oh.
Please, you gotta help me out.
Jason?
Whoa.
Talk to me, pal.
Hank?
Oh god, what is this? This is a trap.
Okay? I wanted to talk to somebody, and you're the only one who ever tries to listen to me.
Bullshit.
This was a mistake.
No, this is a trap.
No, Jason, wait.
This is a trap.
I can help you. It's just you and me.
Oh god, no. Hank is, oh god. That's a trap. That's a full-blown trap.
No contact found.
Bullshit.
Language, Mr. Logan.
Prefer French? Record audio message.
Ready to record.
Oh,
Hey,
this
Bruce.
voice sass.
This is Gar. You gotta come back to Gotham, man.
And I thought Gar is actually trying to
Jason's
get in touch
alive.
with Bruce.
Need your help.
Yeah, Beast Boy's trying to contact Batman. I don't know why that's just so funny to me.
But if Jason's alive and killing innocent people,
Get Superboy against him. Send Superboy
What
after Red
Titans do.
Hood. Yeah, get Superboy after Red Hood.
Normally when we do it, we're not...
Then we don't have to worry about anyone dying apart from Jason.
Go to the old Gotham Observatory.
Gotham Observatory.
tourist.
No, this is a trap. Jason's actually setting a trap for him of some kind. I just know it. No way. He doesn't do all of that and then just try and be all civil with Hank. Yeah. And we know Hank and Jason never really got along. Oh, a fight in a gym maybe. They're gonna duke it out in a gym. I mean, Hank's not even in his gear. Jason could easily show up with a gun and the helmet and everything.
Take off your shirt and pants to prove you're not wanted.
Oh my god.
Come on, really? Okay.
No, I don't trust this at all. The episode had Hank talking up some smack about Jason, and now he's just gonna get his ass beat. In the most horrific of ways. Oh no.
What next? Full Monty?
You said it.
Remember, I work for tips.
Oh, he has to strip completely? Oh god.
I'm here!
Oh!
Good to see you, Hank.
Oh, good. Oh, no. Yep.
Just get it out of me.
Whoa!
Is that a bomb?
It's a gift. From our pal Jason.
Jesus, what did he put in him?
By yourself?
This is pretty bitchin'.
Connor.
It has anti-retraction barbs that...
That's cool, that's cool.
Looks like it's embedded in the pectoralis major, right through to the aortic arch.
No part of that sounded good.
Yeah.
Engineering. The countdown isn't seconds. It's the number of heartbeats he has left.
What do you mean countdown?
Wow. There's a timer. Yeah, there's a timer. 17,000 heartbeats left to go.
It's down to 0.
Jason can't actually want Hank to die, right?
I have a feeling we're about to find out.
Oh god, Jason, what the fuck are you doing?
I I'm listening. This isn't about the money for you. I could wire that right now and it would all be over.
And rob Gotham of a good show, circus boy.
Oh god.
Bring me the gold, and I'll deactivate the device.
Never gonna happen.
Jesus, Jason.
Wait, Dick.
Gold bars. Did he have a white cat on his lap too?
What did you tell him?
Fucking N.O., I hope.
We play our game, not his.
Our game is to save Hank, not Jason.
It's not one or the other.
Let's just keep our priorities straight.
Yeah, hers is Hank. Her priority is Hank. Not Jason. And I think that's the problem too. No one's priority was ever Jason. He was never... No one ever took the time for him. Also, having a heartbeat bomb would be the most ironic way to die too. Like, you're trying not to stress out, but then you still end up stressing out and that just increases your heartbeat. Hey, he's got crypto though. He's got crypto. Crypto is the ultimate stress reliever. Oh, they brought their music back. There's little piano notes. The piano tune.
Carotid massage.
Yeah. I always loved that tune. I always loved that track.
Who says an orgy's not relaxing? That's my boy.
Oh, Crypto ships it. Crypto ships it in the most smutty of ways.
He's a follower, drawn to brighter lights.
Maybe he's looking for a father figure
Sure.
to fill the void.
Gotham criminal, a father figure, or someone who likes a grand gesture?
Yeah.
Scarecrow, perhaps?
Yeah.
Could it be a Scarecrow and
Say the joke.
Red Hood connection, like in Arkham Knight?
The bat snuff that out. Surgical EKG detonation.
Ah,
Wayne
it's a Wayne Tech made
patented and
thing.
everything.
Specs are there.
Wayne Tech made a heart bomb?
I need you to build a deactivator using these blueprints.
Oh.
You read through those schematics faster than any human ever could. You can do this.
Oh.
Reading is just assimilating other people's work. You want me to build something this complex in less than 3 hours?
Yeah, oh. Great. Yeah, just build an antidote to a heartbeat bomb. Simples. I mean, his brain does also work faster too, so maybe that could be some kind of advantage. I don't know.
Jason's not a Titan anymore, and there's no way he pulled this off on his own.
So we're looking for the live person
Barbara
who
looks
helped
good.
resurrect the dead person.
Hank's attached to a bomb. I'm not asking.
We need help, Barb. We really need help on this one. Oh, 7,000. Oh, God. We've really not got long
What are
left
you
to go.
calculating? Yo, Crypto.
Mm.
Go heat vision me up some hot dogs.
See if you can sniff out some bourbon while you're at it.
If Alfred greets me at the pearly gates, I'm gonna tell him he's got some competition.
Yeah.
You're not meeting Alfred.
Crypto would be an amazing.
Hell?
Stop.
You think I'm going to
You're
hell?
not going anywhere.
Crypto would be an amazing butler. Yeah. But he's also a good boyo. He's a good boyo. Okay, be careful. Arousal will literally only increase your heart rate. Don't let sex be the thing that kills you.
Pity kiss, cause I'm dying. Come here.
Oh god, this sex is gonna be what kills him, isn't it? Sex is gonna be what kills him. I mean, as long as it's with the person you love, then I guess it's not all that bad.
The original deactivator functions remotely.
Yeah, he's got fast hands, fast brain. He can do it. He can do it.
Electrical charge
He can do it. Oh no.
that I have to match.
Failure rate's gotta be 0 or Hank dies.
Thanks for the reminder.
Don't worry, Connor. You got this. You got this. Whoa. Oh.
Maybe when we get to the other side of this, you can convince Dick to move back to San Francisco.
What the hell was that? Is it more visions? Is she having more weird crap happening to her? Oh, 6,000. Come on, Hank. Come on. Slow those beats down in any way you can. More beta blockers. I mean, that'll probably be an overdose. Just less stress relief. I know you got a bomb inside you, but try not to stress out too much. Dove! Dove! She's coming in and whooping ass. Oh yeah, bulletproof feathers. Yeah. And talons and knives and yeah. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, so she went in and she went ahead and picked up the gold bars instead. Huh.
Someone's got a flight to catch.
Who the hell is this? Okay, try meditation. Try some meditation. Yeah. deep breaths, calming thoughts, you know, ignore the fact that there's a bomb inside you. You know?
The butter on your plate.
Memories. Memories.
Henry, old man. The boys have got the catamaran island. They're just waiting on their captain.
Thank you, Garfield. Let the boys know we'll take her out tonight.
Oh, it's good to know Gar and Hank are buddies.
You think this place has a big enough chandelier?
Hey, when bats have sex, they gotta have something to hang from.
You were out.
Yeah. Maybe it's a sign
That you should have never left DC.
that I never should have left my family. That's not what you do. No matter what.
This is karma.
I don't know, but I'm not ready to go.
Good, you hang in there.
It's not my time yet.
You hang in there.
An evening sail. I'm gonna hold you to that.
An evening sail.
See how the main sail sets?
I love that. Yeah, they have their own little thing going. That's so cool. Yeah. Gar and Hank. That's a friendship that would be really fun to see. Oh god. Oh, a body. The body. He dropped the body. Oh, Cyrus Beak. It was Beak, not Peak. I know I read it right the first time. Cyrus Beak.
Oh, Cyrus. Always dropping in at a bad time.
Show me your face. We end this now.
If this is about the pay-per-view, it was all Dawn's idea. Deny everything.
How are you feeling, buddy?
You know, pal?
I'm on my way to see Jason. I'm gonna take care of this.
Yeah, about that. You gotta promise not to wreck this all for me.
Jason needs to be stopped.
What happened to him is on us. But you cannot let him tear this family apart. We worked too goddamn hard to build it. I'll be damned if I'm the reason the Titans go down.
The Titans aren't going down. And I'll buy tomorrow.
Yeah, you know the order. Extra large Hawaiian, add jalapeno.
You're killing me.
You know me. Hot going in, hot going out.
Listen, Hank, I just wanted to say...
So, tell me they can save Hank. Tell me they can save Hank, please. Stopping Jason, I doubt that's not gonna happen now, but saving Hank. Saving Hank, come on.
So who's it gonna be, babe? Me or him?
Oh god, who's...
You did this, not me.
Oh, Nightwing.
He's almost got it.
Dawn, we're almost there.
Oh,
I can't wait anymore.
oh god.
Hank, hold on.
Take Crypto with you.
No, Crypto doesn't want to leave you. Are we losing Hank? Are we actually losing Hank? 2%. Come on, Connor, come on, Connor.
Tell Dawn I love her.
Come on, Connor. 1%.
He won't save Hank, he's lying.
Hey, Bat Boy. She's a grown-ass woman. Let her make her own decision.
25.
I wanna go home.
Are we losing Hank? Are we really losing Hank? 0.
Go.
Do it.
Done!
Oops. My bad. Looks like I gave you the detonator.
The gun was the detonator. No. Hank.
What happened? What happened? No. No, no, no.
Oh, Crypto! So close, yet so mother fucking far away. We were so close. We were this close. Oh, we were this close. We were this close, and they took it all away from us. And they still took it all away from us. Honestly, right, I don't know why. I don't even know. I don't know why God didn't even actually tell Dick that he had it, because he shouted Connors on it, but then he never actually said it into the actual mic or the intercom or whatever. He never actually told Dick through the comms, and then Dick was stuck there thinking that they were actually still trying to find the solutions, and then, you know, fucking hate Jason. I hate Jason. You know, I mean, look, if he really is gonna become the Red Hood that people love so much, the Red Hood vigilante that kills people, and he's gonna become like some kind of anti-hero that we're meant to enjoy, I really fucking hope it happens soon, because this episode just made me hate it. It just made me hate him. This episode just made me hate him. I don't know if Red Hood in the comics ever started out to this extent too, maybe even killing some old team members or killing people that used to work with him or whatever, but, you know, this is too much. This is too much. This is too much. This is too fucking much, but, oh, god damn it, I think, look, honestly, like, my first kind of hint was when Hank just started going non-stop about, you know, oh, give me 5 minutes alone in the room with that kid, and I'll make him wish he had stayed dead, or I'm gonna show him who the real man is, or this, that, and the other. Like the moment he started over talking the smack about Jason, I knew, oh god, this is where he's gonna go down. He's gonna go down. He's gonna die. I didn't think he was gonna die. I just thought, you know, oh, Jason's gonna find him, and they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight him. And they're gonna have like a Hawk. They're gonna have a Hawk versus Red Hood type of fight. But then Jason's actually gonna take him down. He's gonna, you know, duke it out, and he's gonna end up bloody, battered, and bruised and everything, and he's just it's gonna be like that. But but no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. God, it's been 2 seasons. It's been 2 seasons with Hank Hall as Hawk, Alan Ritchson playing Hank Hall and Hawk, and he's, oh boy, he's been great. He's easily been one of my favorite things about the show. He's easily been one of my favorite things about this show. You know, he's just like, I think he is easily one of the most human and one of the most grounding characters and elements of this show. Like, in a show with other superpowered beings, like, to whatever extent, he's easily one of the most grounding and as a result, he's one of the most kind of human and one of the most hilarious kind of aspects of the show too. And stuff, and he's been such a compelling character and such an interesting character with such a kind of like a dark kind of history that's kind of, you know, pushed him towards becoming this kind of hero, and he made it to becoming a Titan and everything, so looks like he's gonna meet Alfred at the pearly gates after all. Looks like he's gonna meet Alfred at the pearly gates after all. God fucking damn you, Jason. God damn you. All the way to hell. But yeah, no, so he kind of had him running around in circles from place to place to eventually to end up like actually making him lose connection to anyone else, then making him strip completely in an abandoned gym, and then swimming through some wet water and stuff. And I don't know what the water was. I thought there was going to be something in the water. I thought there was going to be some kind of acid or some kind of poison or something in the water that would disable him, or something that would actually, you know, injure him in some way, but no, he just getting him through water, and then in the end, Red Hood himself comes along and knocks him out and stuff. So yeah, but that was that bomb thing, that bomb, the heartbeat bomb. That is just something I never would have seen coming. That is something I never would have seen coming. So that's just like, and it's a Wayne Tech thing too. It's a Wayne Tech thing. So, you know, Bruce literally. Because I'm pretty sure Bruce actually does kind of give the go-ahead on any and all inventions. I mean, Lucius Fox is the kind of head of R&D and tech in Wayne Enterprises, but I'm pretty sure Bruce Wayne being like the CEO, like nothing can really go forward without his kind of full awareness and his own thing too. So I think the fact that Bruce actually, the fact that Bruce or Lucius could have actually gone forward with those weapons. I think those, with those being special Wayne Enterprise weapons, like it reminds me of when Tony, back in Iron Man 1, when Tony was actually used to be creating missiles and other weapons for the army too. So I think that made me wonder if maybe Wayne Enterprise was actually out on like a military kind of contract. But even then, for the army, that would be one hell of a weapon. I feel like maybe that would be something they would use for interrogations too. Maybe that would be something they use for interrogations. So then they give whoever they're interrogating like a set amount of time, and they say, oh, like your heart will literally be what kills you. So you have like a set number of heartbeats left to go, and if you don't give us what we want in that time, then you die. And then they have the actual kind of, I think for them, well, no, I think, and no, wait, they didn't even have it because I think he mentioned that this was actually the first prototype. This was the first prototype they made, so there was never any actual shutdown besides from the one that Connor was building. Connor was actively building the shutdown thing, so that would be the first one there. So it was still in the prototype stage, or early stages. I think that then worked out completely in Jason's favor too, actually giving him a very, very early stages weapon that can still be very lethal, but then also to add insult to injury, there's no switch off, or there's no kind of fail safe for it yet. So god damn it, he's really thinking ahead. He's really thinking ahead in the most deadly ways. And again, I think that the irony behind that too is not escaping me. The fact that he doesn't start thinking ahead or thinking in like an actual kind of like in an actual strategic kind of manner until it comes to killing people, and until it actually comes to hurting those around him and hurting those he used to work with and everything. So Jason is just completely off the rails at this point. He's completely off the rails. He's really not the same Jason and I imagine this must have, like, I think he's not the same Jason that you would actually recognize from season 1 or 2. Like that one is completely different from this one too. So I think it's definitely definitely upping the stakes and upping the actual kind of character dimensions in this one too, which I love. But I like, part of me feels like maybe this could have also been what it was like back in the day, when Red Hood, Red Hood comics came out and stuff, and like and then in the first comic where Jason was actually brought back as Red Hood, maybe back then. I don't know how soon after Red Hood was introduced the reveal would have come, because I feel like they wouldn't do it straight away. Like, oh, they'd be like, oh, here's a new character, he's Red Hood, well, maybe they would. I don't know, maybe they actually would Red Hood, because I feel like it would probably work better in their favor as like an element of surprise if they actually introduced like a new character instead, and then said, oh yeah, remember that Robin you voted that we kill off way back when? Well, surprise, we like the past 3 comic book series of Red Hood have actually, he is the Red Hood. He did all of that. Jason Todd came back to life, and he did all that. So, I wonder if maybe they did it like that or something, and then that really shocked people. Like, wow, Jason really actually fucking changed and everything. So again, to prove all these theories, I need to go back and read I need to actually go up and read go look up and actually read the Red Hood comics and everything. But yeah, the fact that he would do this, and I think it makes more sense knowing that Hank and Jason had beef pretty much all throughout season 2, like from the beginning. I think from the beginning that they met, like in season 2, Hank and Jason never really got along. He Jason was always the cocky little shit, and then Hank was the kind of aggravated, kind of older kind of thing. I think season 2 offered potential for Hank to be the kind of older, but I think there were points here and there. There were points here and there where they could have actually set it up to be like, like they have like an older brother, little brother kind of dynamic between them two, at least, like maybe more appropriately between Dick and Jason, but then also somewhat between Hank and Jason too, where Hank is the aggravated kind of older brother who's always pissed off at him, but then he does still kind of like love him and see him as a brother and everything. So then I figured that could be the relationship to go with, but then no, it's just, again, parts here and there. We had Hank actually being protective and stuff of Jason, especially after Deathstroke captured him. He actually was pretty protective of Jason and everything, but after that, even when he came back, I think this is all payback for season 2. I think they made that very clear. I think even in this episode, they made it very clear that Jason, I think they've definitely set the groundwork for it to be that Jason is going after each and every one of them, or at least the ones who he feels wrong him. I think it's highly unlikely he holds any grudges against Crypto. If he holds any grudges against Crypto, he's just fucking nuts. He's even more nuts than I currently take him for. But Connor saved his life, so he'd have no grudges against him. Gar, they got along well, and he went along with him. He actually not only promised not to tell Dick, but then he actually went along with him for the Deathstroke thing. Rachel, she has powers. I mean, he might hold a grudge. He might hold a grudge against Rachel because I think for one thing she had powers and almost killed him, but then and then also kind of accused him of actually putting up all those painted kind of crucifix symbols in her room and everything. So he might hold a grudge against that. But then she's on Themyscira, so she's safe and sound. But then even if she came back, like her powers would be by the time she comes back, she'd probably have learned a thing or two on Themyscira, so her powers would be amplified and she'd easily be able to hold him back. And Corey, I mean. Yeah, Corey. I don't believe he'd have anything against Corey either. I think it's just like Dick, Hank, and maybe Dawn. I think no, probably I don't know. Probably not Dawn either. I think Dick and Hank. Yeah, probably. I mean, most likely Dick. I think the more immediate one he wanted to take out was Hank. He just wanted him out of the way because I think he probably even knows that Hank is actually like he's built like a brick house. So if he does try if he doesn't take out Hank now, then Hank, like later on coming up against the one-to-one with Hank would just be like Kingpin, just pick him up and throwing him into a wall and breaking his back or something. So, he needed Hank out of the way to get to the rest of them easy enough. But then Dick, also, I think Dick is also I feel like Dick is also his more predominant kind of target too. So he actually wants to draw out a longer plan for Dick to make him suffer and then to finally fight him and everything. So yeah, I don't know, but oh god. I can't believe that. I honestly, I'm still struggling to process that death. I'm still struggling to process that ending, that death, just the ending overall. And I think who I feel even worse for. I think if no one other than Hank, like who I feel worse for is Connor too. Connor, like he worked his fucking ass off. He worked his Kryptonian ass off the entire fucking episode. He put in his speed thinking and speed movements and his speed kind of calculations. Like I think 2 point however many million permutations or all the crap that he had to calculate to get that exact 0% failure. And I think he spent the entire episode working on that, and then all of it turned to dust. All of it turned to ash and just shit. Just after the end of all that, Connor. I think Connor is what he's gonna feel super guilty. I feel like Connor might feel super guilty too, because I think he already doubted him. He already doubted himself from the beginning, in like his ability to actually make the bomb from scratch and to make the fucking the failed switch whatever from the activator. I think it was the activator from scratch and everything, and like him just having to rely on his actual enhanced abilities. I think granted he has enhanced abilities. I think again it did work in the end. He still managed to do it, but then he just. On the one hand, he had to go through kind of. I think most, if not all of the actual permutations to actually get the failure rate and something. And he's probably going to kick himself for not having gotten there sooner, or maybe not even having been faster too. Because I think maybe I'm kind of curious as to like if any of his powers are held back by his human side, because he comes from Superman and from Lex Luthor. He comes from a Kryptonian and a human, so only half of him is enhanced. I think I wonder if maybe. Because I think all of his powers are in check. I trust he does have laser eyes. I honestly can't remember if I've ever seen him use laser eyes. I trust that he does have laser eyes. He has he has flight, or he has super. I think he has super jump. He has super jump in reality. I think in his mind he flew, but in reality, in reality, he has like a super jump that he used to save Jason, and stuff. So he has that, and he has X-ray vision too. I think the X-ray vision in this is super cool too. Like his eyes actually glow like a little grayish kind of whitish kind of tint as he looks through the X-ray thing. So that's really cool. And he has the strength, obviously, and the speed. But I don't know if he has laser vision. I don't know if he actually has heat vision. Maybe that's the one thing he doesn't have, or maybe it's not as strong or something. I don't know. But I think I do want like all these powers he has. I'm curious as to whether or not like his human side actually holds it back or kind of decreases the enhancement's actual power. In some way, so that's a question. But I think he's just going to be kicking us. He's going to be blaming himself. He's going to be blaming himself quite a bit. He's going to be apologizing profusely, but then also internally beating himself up and not just kind of finding some way to berate himself or undermine himself. Being like, if I'd done this quicker, if I had actually done this sooner or figured it out sooner, then we could have saved Hank. So yeah, I don't even know. I don't know. I think looking back, I think. Because I think now looking back, looking back, I do remember Dick actually reacting to something when Gar shouted Connor's God. I do remember him turning his head and reacting to something. So I think I do wonder if he actually did hear it. But then it also like Dawn's kind of just hear her kind of belief in actually saving Hank over Jason. And then I think that was also exactly what Jason was counting on too, that they would actually be willing to kill him to save one of their own, because then for him that would prove that he was never one of their own, and that they were always willing to actually push him aside, or put him to the side or something. So yes, I think Dawn's going to be blaming herself because she then let her anger and her willingness to kill get ahead of her, and then that got someone else killed. That got the one person she wanted to actually save get killed. So happens to then I think Connor and Dawn are going to have a fucking hard time going forward. They're going to have a hard time going forward. So oh boy. So then they also mentioned Ra's al Ghul. They also mentioned Ra's al Ghul, like when Dick was telling them about Jason having been alive and well and resurrected and everything. They did kind of list the possible ways that he could have been resurrected, and then I think it was Dawn that mentioned Ra's al Ghul, and then Dick said unlikely because he's in Kadeem. So I don't know what Kadeem is. I think the only kind of league kind of location I'm aware of from Arrow is yeah, of course. After I say I'm aware of it, I just completely forget what it's fucking called. I think I don't know why Houdini comes to mind. I think maybe something with a H. Like I don't know why for some reason Houdini's name came to mind. I think not Corto Maltese, somewhere else. I know the place. I know the place. I swear I know the place. Mustafa? No, it's not Mustafa. What is it? Nanda Parbat. That's it. Nanda Parbat. Yeah, Nanda Parbat is in Arrow. It's the kind of domain of the league and where they reside and everything. So that's them. So I think with this one, I think I don't know if Nanda Parbat still exists, or maybe if they changed to Kadeem. But no, but regardless, Ra's al Ghul exists in this universe. I think again, I think these names are also just really cool ways to actually set up stuff for the future, like future villains for future seasons and everything. So I think really kind of showing that that DC and HBO Max actually do have a plan for possible future seasons and what kind of enemies and villains the Titans could face and everything. So I mean again it's still kind of going into actual Batman territory, because I think again Scarecrow Batman villain, Ra's al Ghul Batman villain, and all these kind of names and Batman villains. I think I think Deathstroke might be the one who's actually both. Deathstroke might be one who's both a Batman villain and he's also a Titan villain too. So, I mean, I really wish we could have actually seen more from Deathstroke in season 2. I feel like the Deathstroke is actually like a really worthy. I wonder if maybe that's actually something else that could happen. Maybe if Deathstroke could come back too. But I mean, Deathstroke in season 2, I really enjoyed him as an actual villain, as a character. So he's definitely someone that I wish we could have seen more of in the show too. But it feels like story-wise, they definitely kind of wanted to kind of restrict him to being a season 2 thing to show off the Titans' kind of cursed past and how their past come back to haunt them and everything. I think it could still work the same way, because I think season 2 now is technically in the past too, so it could easily work the same way there. So I don't know. They could easily bring him back some way, because again, also like the way Deathstroke died, I mean, you can't really kill him just like that. Like Deathstroke is Deathstroke. He doesn't really. I don't believe he's the kind of villain that just easily dies to even being impaled by a sword. So I don't know. But either way, now we have Ra's al Ghul too. So I think that the League of Assassins would be interesting. Like Ra's al Ghul alone would be interesting. But then if they actually bring the League in too, then that would be super interesting. But yeah, no, that just was a name drop. That was a name drop. And Dick went to see Scarecrow again. He went to talk to Scarecrow about Red Hood and his kind of now newer tactics and all that kind of stuff, and also kind of talking about exactly what Red Hood's motivate and what Jason's motivations might be as Red Hood now, and talking about maybe if he was like a father figure or like a dad, like looking to rebel against the father figure or something. And then the way Scarecrow spoke, the way that I can't remember his exact dialogue, but I think Scarecrow's dialogue and the delivery of said dialogue kind of really made me wonder, could Scarecrow be working with Jason in some way? Because I think because for one thing, I'm already familiar with that kind of dynamic and that kind of professional relationship from Arkham Knight and everything. I'm already familiar with how well they would have worked together, and like how they would actually kind of coexist and kind of cooperate with each other and everything. So that's kind of already there. But then on the other hand, I think it's also interesting because I feel like that would be a great twist too. That would be a great twist because I think Jason clearly, I feel like deep down Jason doesn't mind actually being caught by the Titans as long as it's at the right time. So he lays out his plans, and then he somehow, and then by enacting his plans, he then actually relays to Scarecrow exactly what he's doing and how he's doing it. So then that way, Scarecrow pretends he's just reading into Red Hood like some other kind of psychological villain or something, but then deep down it's because he actually has that kind of a pipeline to Red Hood and he actually knows exactly what he's doing, and so he's relaying that information as if it's some kind of analysis, but it's like, it kind of is an analysis, but it's also mostly just him saying like, oh, so this is what he's done and that's a smart move, so you guys are going to have a tough time, so the next time this is actually what he might do, this is what he could do, and stuff like that. So actually using Scarecrow for like kind of like as like a kind of as a conduit for his messaging and a conduit for his techniques and everything. So like he wants all of this to lead to some kind of ultimate showdown against the Titans, but then he wants it at the right time. He wants it built up in the right way too. So yeah. So yeah, Red Hood and Scarecrow working. So I think that then, or at least Crane, because again, that makes you wonder, like if maybe Red Hood is actually going to end up breaking out Crane. If Red Hood, like if not only does Red Hood want a showdown against Titans, he wants to bring Scarecrow into it, bringing in an actual known criminal and known villain against the Titans, and then kind of, but then setting up in a way that the Titans lose, and making the city watch, making all of Gotham watch as the Titans lose to Scarecrow. And then coming in to finish them off too. So then he really is just kind of setting himself up to have even more of like a villainous arc instead of like an anti-hero's arc. So yeah, I don't know. But I think either way, I think it's definitely like the vibe I get from him from him possibly working with Scarecrow. And also I think again he's. The majority of what he's doing is taking existing techniques and resources and stuff from Batman, but then putting his own spin on it, actually using it in his own way for pretty much like the kind of opposite intended purpose. So effectively, like he's using his mentor's techniques against the city that Batman created them to defend it. So. If that makes sense, anyway, he's using Batman's resources and his methodology and everything Batman taught him, but then he's using it against the city that he was originally trained to protect and everything. So he's fully kind of becoming that kind of table flipping kind of villain and everything. So yeah, but yeah, no, I think what I especially loved about this, and especially this now clearly being Hank's last episode, they really highlighted his friendship with pretty much all the Titans. They highlighted this friendship. I think Rachel never got to say goodbye. So she's gonna come back to Gotham and with Donna, and Donna's gonna go, fuck me. Just one OG Titan gets resurrected and then another OG Titan dies. Just this show, fuck it all the way down. No, so yeah, Rachel's gonna come back with Donna, and they're gonna come back to Gotham where Jason died, then came back to life as Red Hood, and he's been terrorizing Gotham and the Titans ever since. And they're gonna come back to Hank being gone too. So I think, honestly, in that sense, what I'm wondering, right? What I'm wondering is if it's gonna have the same issues as the last season. Because I think one of the issues I think I personally felt with the last season was that like the Corey and her Tamaran kind of politic kind of stuff, like Corey and her Tamaran drama were pretty disconnected from season 2. Like that was very, very clearly her own thing that she didn't. She confided in Donna. She told Donna that she was actually Tamaranian royalty and that she was a princess destined to take over the throne and all that kind of stuff. So like Donna was the only one she ever told. She was the only one she ever told. She didn't tell anyone else. Then after that, she pretty much went back to hanging out with I think Fardai, his name was Fardai, I'm pretty sure his name was Fardai, to being with him and to actually, sorting out stuff back home. So but then that stuff was still pretty disconnected from the main plot. But then by the time we reached the end of the season, then it became clear that stuff's gonna carry on to here. So I wonder just how much of a balance we'll get between the Red Hood and Scarecrow stuff, and then between the kind of Blackfire and Starfire stuff, like in once they return, because they're gonna come back, and I mean, they're not. Technically, I think that might be 3 kind of interwoven arcs too, because then we'll have we'll have Jason, we'll have Red Hood and Nightwing and Scarecrow. We'll have Rachel and Donna. And then we'll also have Starfire and Blackfire too. So I think 3 kind of, because I feel like Donna being resurrected will be still her own thing, like her kind of reacclimating to being brought back to life, and her coming back to Gotham and deciding what to be again, if she's going to be Wonder Girl again, or if she's going to do what she's going to do at all. Then Jason's going to have, and then Dick's going to have to be Nightwing and sort out Jason as Red Hood, and then again probably some kind of twist later on regarding Scarecrow coming through too, so that's going to be a thing. And then Blackfire finally coming through, and her and Starfire having to sort out their own family drama. So I think I'm wondering how I'm hoping we get more of a balance and more of like an actual kind of presence with each of these 3 coexisting kind of storylines. But then I also do wonder how much of a balance we can get, because if it's also still limited down to 13 episodes, then we're already 3 episodes in. So like still a good chunk of time to go. Still plenty long left to go. But I feel like it's all meant to culminate into something. So I think I'm wondering if maybe like the last 2 episodes might be the culminations of any kind of story arcs that are explored in this episode, and maybe if like some stuff might be wrapped up earlier than others. But then even if they are, then hopefully it's wrapped up in like a satisfying way. And if they have any loose ends, then leave that for season 4 and. Very much welcome on season 4. I mean, we've only just gotten into this, so it's a bit kind of soon to be talking about how it might end now. But but again, I don't know. Just I'm not too sure. Like this, all of this happening all at once is just kind of making me ever so slightly nervous. Because I mean, I don't mind three arcs in a season of a TV show. Just ask Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They've been performing 3 arcs with the utmost precision and care. I mean, not to bring in like an entirely different franchise or universe or whatever. Just saying, 3 arcs as long as multiple arcs. As long as multiple arcs in like a season are done right, then I absolutely don't mind them actually doing it like that. So hopefully it actually goes well. But I mean, these first 3 episodes, I mean, the timeline again. I think this episode, I think it definitely shows off like an actual darker kind of side to Jason too, like with him, because I think it's also that Jason isn't holding back either. Like he's actually going full on kind of murderous and psychopathic and everything. Like he even tricks Donna, Dawny, and he even tricks Dawny into actually thinking that she's got the weapon that can kill him. But then he ends up tricking her into actually tricking her into killing the love of her life and everything. Like, and that he switches the detonators and everything. So yeah, he's just like he honestly, I think he really just doesn't care who he hurts now going forward. He doesn't really care what he does. He just kind of cares about taking down the Titans and taking control of Gotham and everything. So yeah, I feel like honestly this would make Bruce feel like he failed more. I think honestly, like losing a Robin is one thing that would make him feel like he failed, but then later finding out that Robin came back to life as someone even deadlier and someone even worse, and actually used all their training against him and his morals and the teachings, then that would make him feel like he failed even more. So I'm really curious. As to whether or not we'll actually get Bruce back at any point, just so that he's actually kept in the loop of what's going on. So then he finds out not only is Jason Baxter. Oh, good godly God, that makes you wonder. Right? I mean, I don't know if we can actually see this happen, but I think that makes me wonder if we can actually get Batman and Nightwing versus Red Hood. I mean, I feel like if Batman came to see, he'd be ending that in like 2 short minutes. But I feel like just for that sake, we might have to reduce it down to Nightwing versus Red Hood, so it's actually a lengthy and exciting fight. Because I feel like if Batman comes in against Red Hood, I think he, like that would be the pin. Like that would just be like a reiteration of I taught you everything you know, not everything I know. Because like Batman, we know. Batman killed the Joker, so Batman killed the Joker, like not in like a particularly creative way, but he still killed the Joker out of pure rage. So I think like we know that Batman does indeed know how to kill. And I think like the amount of training he's done, he definitely does know how to kill, and even in the most creative and painful and intricate ways, but he literally holds himself back. So I feel like if we brought Batman in versus Red Hood, he would be ending that fight in like 2 short minutes. So I think to keep it nice and lengthy and dramatic and exciting and all that kind of stuff, I think we'd have to actually take Batman out and just keep it be Nightwing v Red Hood. So that fight definitely has to be coming too. So, so yeah, oh god, it's gonna be a nightmare. So yeah, I think going back to Hank. I think what this kind of episode showed was that Hank was friends with everyone. He was friends with pretty much everyone on the team, and Jason was Jason was like the one exception with like the actual rocky road and the whole kind of the more tense, like what grew into being the most kind of tense relationship that ultimately led to his death and everything. But yeah, no, yeah, no, I think yeah, he hit like him and Gar. I think Hank and Gar was one I never. That was such a wonderful surprise. Hank and Gar having the most kind of like them doing accents and doing like different voices and different impressions and different kind of catchphrases. Like them two having that kind of friendship together. And like Gar being on the bed and talking and chatting and back and forth and them two kind of just kind of reminiscing and like them two just kind of like having that scene was just so so heartwarming to see. And I think I hate that we never saw that until now too. I hate that any and all development that happened for that particular friendship would have definitely happened off screen too. Like him and God. I mean, yeah, again, we've never had him. I think to my knowledge, we've never had him explicitly interacting with a guy in any way until now. Like that one scene was the most kind of screen time between them that we had as characters and everything. So I hate that we didn't actually get anything like that until now, because then it's like, oh damn, had Hank lived, we could have actually seen more of that too. We could have actually seen more of that, but no, like I mean him kind of dying kind of put more kind of emotional kind of magnetism between them. So it makes sense that Gar would want to go in to at least have one last moment with him as a friend and everything, and then also partially as a Titan. So that kind of thing really worked, and them two doing voices was just the cutest thing, and just that, and then of course like them talking about being Titans and everything, and then Hank kind of assuring him that he was always a Titan and the Titans were always his family, and that even includes the newcomers like Gar and Rachel, and I mean we wish we could have included Jason in that list too, but no, this is yeah, so Gar and Hank, they are buddies. And honestly, right, I think watching that scene, I think when that scene came to a close, it reminded me so much of back in season 1 when we first meet Hank and Dawn, when Dick takes Rachel to them to actually stay with them. In that episode, we actually get a scene where Dawn actually takes Rachel out to buy stuff and to just kind of have a day out before they come home and everything. So like that one scene of them coming home with shopping and food and sunglasses and all sorts of shit. Like that one scene was them actually having a friendship with them. And like it reminded me of that too. So Gar and Hank having a friendship, and then Dawn and Rachel having a friendship too. So it just like that, thinking about that kind of stuff is heartbreaking, because like I think Gar and Rachel really were like kids. Gar and Rachel really were like the actual kind of teen kind of kids of the team as well. Like with I think that with the show starting off having Dick and Corey being the more predominant parents, then Hank and Dawn coming in. I think them having like Hank having a friendship with Gar, and then Dawn having a friendship with Rachel, means that one day they could have easily become parents. One day they could have easily had that kind of a life together, had that kind of future together, so could have easily happened. But then Jason, with his fucking angst and his just need for drama and all sorts of bullshit, just comes in as a Red Hood and he blows it all to Kingdom Come, literally. And yeah, so then that kind of really kind of got to me. But then Hank was also good with everyone too. He really kind of spoke to Corey. He spoke to Corey too, and he kind of had words with her, and they kind of. I mean, even I think I'm glad that at least last episode when Hank actually waltzed in, that gave him and Corey actually had like a nice, warm, friendly, open hug to welcome him back into the team and everything. So I mean, I'm glad they at least got that earlier on, than even this actual thing. And Hank and Crypto. I mean, what I love about Crypto is how sentient he is too. Because I think human dogs. I think human dogs can be pretty sentient for like emotional stuff. But then I feel like even human dogs somewhat have their limits too. But then Crypto, he is the most like advanced and most kind of sentient and attentive and communicative kind of dog you'll ever meet. So he is instantly he's already best buds with Hank too. He's best friends with all the time. So I think Crypto with his level of sentience, he can also pretty immediately detect who's a good guy and who's a bad guy too. So, like him just kind of being on that bed, just sitting there with Hank and just kind of just chilling out with him and being like a good boy. Was so good. And then of course, Hank actually asking him to go use his heat vision to cook up some hot dogs and grab alcohol too, like him just kind of like even you can hear like Crypto in the distance just barking like, yep, copy that, got you, yep, okay, bourbon, hot dogs, yep, got it, and then running back in and everything. Crypto is probably like the easiest time to become friends with. Crypto is the one that's just going to chill out with you and hang out with you, and if you got any problems, then he'll solve it however he can. But Crypto is just the softest and he's the warmest. And I think that broke my heart too. Crypto, I think because Crypto would have actually been right next to him when the bomb went off too. So then Crypto having to deal with that too, having to watch his friend get blown to shit in front of his eyes, and then slowly covered in smoke and char and all that kind of crap and stuff, and just having to slowly walk out of the actual smoke and go up to Connor as well, being like, he's gone. I couldn't even save him and he's gone. I can only imagine what Crypto's feeling too. I can only imagine how bad Crypto must be feeling. He feels like he put in such effort actually being next to Hank and making sure he wasn't alone even if things did go bad, which they did. And then in the end, things did go bad, and he used that. I'm glad he at least had Crypto. I'm glad that Hank at least, if anyone, Crypto or Connor are the only two people who could actually survive that thing. Crypto and Connor, the only two people who could have actually been within such close range. I think maybe Corey. I don't know. Maybe Corey, just maybe. But mostly, Connor and Crypto are the only two that could have actually been near that blast and survived it. So I mean, yeah. I'm surprised he wasn't. I think I don't know if he was. I don't even know if he was actually. If Crypto was blown off the bed by it, or maybe if he was just untouched by it too. Like if the actual vibrational kind of freak with like the actual vibrational the force blast of the actual explosion could have actually sent him flying off the bed and into the wall or something. But I don't know. Either way, he just walked out with some really puffy and smoky fur and everything. So he had to watch his friend die. And everything. So yeah, I think this episode just kind of proved that even in death, Hank was nothing but a friend to everyone. I think that the closer he got to death, the more scared he got. He didn't really want to die, and he even told Dick. I think his final conversation with Dick too. That was really that was more friendly. That was more friendly than what we've seen from them from like the past few seasons of the show. So if anything, I'm still kind of, I'm at this point, I have no choice but to take what I can get, so I'm still glad that they actually got something friendly between them before he died and everything, so, I'm glad that they actually got some nice kind of pizza jokes in there and, other stuff, and Hank making him promise that, he doesn't let Hank's death take down the Titans, or Hank's loss take down the Titans and everything, and actually that he actually takes down Jason with no other kind of inhibitions or second thoughts or anything like that, so just god damn it. God fucking damn it. But yeah, that's all I've written down like 5 things, that's it. I took down like 5 different notes. I didn't really write down much for this episode because I think besides from actually fighting to save Hank's life, I didn't really feel like much was going on, but yeah, I think going forward, I don't even know how to feel about this. I don't know like how, like, because I think going forward, right, the Titans will now see Jason as nothing but an enemy. Dawn, especially, I think now Dawn's gonna take up like Hank's kind of mentality. Like it's likely that Dawn might take up Hank's mentality of like, if I come across that kid and I'm alone, I mean, if I'm not alone, then you can try and stop me, and good luck to you. But if I'm alone and I come across that kid, then I will put him in the ground, just like Hank wanted. Because I think now Hank's loss will take its own toll on everyone. Some people will be grieving, some people will be grieving, some people will be angry, and all these different things. But I think so it's like, going forward now, he's going to be like an enemy. He's going to be a fully fledged enemy of the Titans, and he's probably going to still be doing his own criminal activities within Gotham. That they have to kind of stop and try and thwart him at every turn. But I think timeline-wise, it has similar kind of vibes to the whole Deathstroke story, wherein like Deathstroke came back to take down the Titans. I think he found out about the Titans' reprisal from Jason's kind of news announcement and everything. So I think with that one, like season 2 was about like actually season 2 was like their past coming back to haunt them. So then I think with this one it has like similar-ish vibes with like their past with Jason being what comes back to haunt them too. Like their more recent past with Jason, like how they treated him and possibly even like neglected him too. Like how like that all kind of came to how that's coming back to ask them for payback and stuff like that. So I can't imagine that things would go too well for them now. But yeah, it's just crazy. And I think this is also going to do exactly what Hank was afraid of too. I think Hank wasn't just afraid of actually of the Titans being taken down, but I think how they're taken down too. Like if this really does bring up some kind of like a divide and conquer thing, like similar to last time with like the Titans being divided against what to do with like against Deathstroke and with Rose. Rose is nowhere to be found now too. I think she had Jericho in her body last time, and now she's nowhere to be found. I'm really concerned as to it, because like they haven't even mentioned. I think Deathstroke is the only mention. Like Deathstroke is the only reference. Like Jason going up against Deathstroke as recklessly as he did the Joker, is, or like vice versa even, is the only reference we've had to last season. No mention of Rose, no mention of where she is, where she's gone, like what like if they actually helped Jericho get into it, like his own body, or if they brought him back to his mother, like Dick promised her, or what's happened. Just no mention of her whatsoever. So Rose is just nowhere to be found. But yeah, I think, what was I gonna say? I jumped onto Rose and then I just forgot what I was gonna say. I think, I lost my train of thought. I mentioned Rose and then I actually lost my original train of thought. No, divide and conquer. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to leave the team divided in some people actively wanting. I think Dawn prominently actually wanting to take Jason down by any means necessary, but then Dawn wanting to take Jason down by lethal means and to actually want to put him down for what he did to Hank. But then also like the rest of them actually being like, we need to stop this. I think Dick still wants to reel him in. Dick still wants to actually reel him in and actually try and pull him back from the dark side and everything. So then there's going to be some people some people who still maybe actually kind of remember who Jason was, actually wanting to save him in that way too. But then others actually being like, Jason needs to be stopped. And because I think even Connor was like, like Jason now, he's out there. If he's hurting people, if he's hurting innocent people, then we need to stop him because that's what Titans do. So I feel like having him on Dawn's side would be actually like an amazing kind of pick me up too. So so I think it's gonna be like kind of like divided that way. Like some people actually being for rescuing Jason, actually saving him from himself, and actually stopping him in like a more more moral way. But then the others actually being like, what, if we have to put Jason down, we have to stop him. But if that means putting him down under, then so be it. Like if that's what needs to be done, then so be it. So I don't know how else this could go, and then of course it will introduce the rest of the stories and everything. So yeah, I think like the one of the main things I actually take away from this is the fact that I actually need to get into the comics and see exactly how different or how accurate this might be to Jason's actual canon Red Hood origins and stuff, and see how close it is, and if he really is like this in the comics, or maybe if he's even worse before he becomes an anti-hero or something. So that kind of knowledge would be really useful to have. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to read up on those stories. But yeah, that is it. That is pretty much all I have from this one. I need to go and process this. I need to go and actually process this whopper of an episode, and even bigger whopper of an ending, and prepare myself for episode 4 coming out next week. But yeah, that was crazy. Let me know what your thoughts were and how you felt about losing Hank like that, and what you think is going to happen between the Titans and Red Hood going forward, and who, like, if you have any theories about who else he might try and kill, then leave them in the comments too, and how you feel about his origins compared to whatever you've seen in the comics or read in the comics or something, and leave those thoughts down below too. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So that was Titan Season 3, Episode 3. So as always, thank you guys so much for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn the like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Titan Season 3. Once again, if you guys want to catch the full-length version of the reaction, then that one will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that is it. So, I will see you guys next time.